think I'm playing. I'm just trying to think of a clever name for my OnlyFans feet page. It is coming. No face, no case. Joyhdae.
Ryan. Virgo season. Oh God, girl, what is wrong with you? What's going on? What's going on here?
I'm coming here with a very serious matter, and I needed to get myself together because,
like always,
like a true Aquarius male, my ex-boyfriend decided that he could not wait to get on a podcast that he doesn't own, by the way, and talk about being single.
This is a funeral. This is what's happening right now. That's what you got going on there.
I am mourning the loss of a man that I used to know.
Somebody that you used to know, like Gautier.
Yes. And this man, in case you guys are not familiar, is Michael Bakari Jordan. Y'all call him Michael B. I called him Bay or Bakari. Now I call him nothing because we are officially done. And let me tell you why we're done, okay? So, you know, y'all keep pressing me about dating and how I need to get out and be, you know, of the streets, but not in the streets, you know? So I approached Bakari and I was like, listen, you got to figure out where home was when you were with Lori, right? Like you did your thing. You decided that she was not home. I let you back. I think it's my turn to make sure that you are home for me. I'm going away for I'm going away for a week. I don't know what's going to happen, but you know, I just don't want to have a bad conscience when I'm out there because we're together. So I'm just asking for some time to kind of figure out where my head is at and if you're home for me. And like men tend to do, he got all up in his feelings. And said that was unacceptable and how, you know, he thought I understood. And I'm like, this is not Wakanda. I don't need a big old speech about, you know, love and light because you went out and you did your thing with Lori. So I'm just saying, suppose I go to where I'm going and I meet somebody and there's a connection and there's a vibe. I'm supposed to just not. You know, so it may have been news to some of you guys when you saw him on that podcast. Again, that did not belong to him, but it was not news to me because Bakari could not handle the fact that I wanted to, you know, just explore a little bit, find out if he was home for me. And now he is not. So yes, Bakari and I are done. Now I'm really not spinning the block because I don't like selfish people and Bakari was being selfish.
Delulu.
I'm not Delulu.
Yes, that would be you. Yes, that was almost the word of last year, but it's your word this year. So I am happy that we've put this to rest. Hopefully we do not resurrect this man in your life anymore and we can focus on the things that actually matter, like real people. Okay?
First of all, I'm appalled that I am in mourning and you are out here just making light of the situation.
I am kicking the casket. I'm kicking the casket.
My heart is not broken because I don't know if you saw, but like I told Bakari, you know, like the great Queen Beyonce told us in her song, don't get to thinking you're irreplaceable. So now he will be replaced. And that's it's as simple as that. I have learned from this whole semi-public relationship that I've had with Bakari that I need to be a little bit more private in my dating life.
Is that
so
right?
You guys may see my new love interest, my new bae, you know, when it happens, you may see a hand, you may see a foot, you may see a profile. I don't know. I may blur them out. But I just know that I won't be as open or as public because the amount of people who took joy into the demise of this relationship is heartbreaking for me as a person.
Why I entertain these conversations with you, I have no idea.
But what's so funny was...
No idea.
For anybody who doesn't truly know, Michael B. Jordan did do an interview on a podcast where he talked about how lonely he is and like how his love life is, whatever. And the amount of people that tagged me or hit me up in my DMs
Good for you.
to be like, what happened?
Trouble in paradise. People hit me up too, by the way. They hit me up and was like, what's going on with your girl here? What's going on? Sounds like trouble in paradise.
Like I said in my Instagram post, what may be news to you is not news to me. Bakari and I have actually been broken up for about a week now. But we were supposed to come together and come up with a statement. But he couldn't wait because he didn't want to be the bad guy. But anyway, that's it. I've moved on.
Thank you. Just like myself. Completely moved on.
Yes, we've
moved
on.
No more Michael B. Hopefully we don't ever meet him in real life, because it will be hard for me to explain the early days of Virgo season.
You don't have to explain. I'll explain. I'll be like, Bakari, remember when? And then he'll be like, yeah. And then I'll be like, all right, thank you. Anyway, moving on. Moving on.
You messing up our Ryan Coogler bag, by the way. I'm just letting you know, because in the future, like, you never know. They'd be like, oh, look at these two. They real entertaining. Let's see what we can produce for these people. And then they go back and find all the garbage. And they'd be like, you know what? We don't want that. We don't want all that. We don't want all that mess.
If Bakari is that petty to not give us an opportunity, let me tell you, Bakari's not ready. Bakari knows, okay? Because he even said some things in his interview that I said that I wanted to say. But you know, we're not going to go there. I'm not even going to, whatever. Moving forward. I do have to make a clarification before we move forward, though, really quickly.
Okay, go ahead.
Last week, I said that Pastor Mike Todd was a trash person. And I used that phrase for a lot of people that are actually trash. And it was brought to my attention that, you know, people were expecting me to have some sort of gotcha moment for him. And I don't. He's just not my ministry. No pun intended. I don't know that he has done anything wrong, but my girl Tiara definitely hit me up in my DMs like, excuse me, what did he do? Because, you know, she is
because
everybody's fan of him. Right,
they're used to you ruining their life.
Yes, like, and they're used to me.
This person is amazing, but he also is a pedophile.
Right.
He also is a domestic battery person, whatever. Like,
and I don't have anything of that sort about Mike Todd, other than like things that I think are that he's done that is polarizing. So I wouldn't say that he's a trash person, but he is a polarizing figure. So please don't go looking for dirt on Mike Todd. I don't know that man. I just don't follow him, and I just don't think he's just not for me. So he's not my ministry, okay? So I just wanted to make that clarification before we move forward. Because words mean things, so I got to make sure that the words that I say...
They definitely do.
But I like that. But to her point, though, she said, because you be out here naming a lot of trash humans. And then I thought about it, and I was like, you're right. I do, you know. And I come with receipts. I don't have receipts for this one. So he's just polarizing. He's not a trash person. Just wanted to make sure that was clear.
All right. I would ask how you're doing. I think I tried to.
I'm amazing.
Earlier, but you were talking, but you know, I don't know if you were amazing. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
I am free of the shackles of that stifling relationship. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. Remember that song?
No, we don't. We know it, but we don't know it, okay? Because we don't want to hear it.
Yo, you be so rude sometimes. Like, you just straight, but we don't want to hear it. Like,
well, we don't.
How are you?
I'm doing just dandy. I just finished rescheduled therapy session before my mess session, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm not gonna lie. Not
your mess session. Yo, I hate you.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, so I'm doing well. The therapy. Remember when I first started therapy, I said I'd give this person 5 sessions just to see.
Yeah.
I'm glad I gave this person a little bit more. Sometimes she be therapizing for sure.
She be in her bag.
She be doing the things.
She be in her therapy bag.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. I love when my therapist, like, I love when I'm talking to her and she like hits me with like a Uno reverse on something, and then I'm like,
I love a situation where I feel like I'm in my bag and I'm just like going, and then it's just like but how about this? And then it's just like, oh, I was doing that Ryan thing. Oh, I gotcha. That's the best part.
My therapist loves hitting me with the but why. And then that's the part that always trips me up, because I be in his head and then she's like, but why? And then I got to think of my reason, and then I'm like, damn.
The part that be tripping me up is just like she has a profound statement and then she goes, and pauses, and I'm just like, so wait, what? How am I supposed to feel? What's happening? What's going on? And that's what therapists. I think that's all therapists. They do this. Yeah. And I don't know what the reason is for it. But
mine doesn't go, but it's that pause and stare at you that you be like, let me reevaluate what I just said to her, because is she about to tell me I need to get committed?
I'm not the type to do all that, like, pausing that all these people be doing and all of that. So I'm usually standing firm in my convictions. So it's just like, but why don't you think that my convictions are right? That's the question. That's the question. Yeah. So, but anyway, it was a good session and I am looking forward to the next one. Good. What do you got for me today, Joyhdae? What do you have?
Brooklyn tends to go hard. But the Bling Bishop decided that he was going to go harder and get himself convicted of fraud.
Started off with a bang today. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good.
First of all, because you and Vance be in the group chat taking shots at Harlem every time y'all can. So now that I got something in my bag for y'all, that's how we starting this off. That's how we starting this off. So for y'all, for those who may not know, Lamor Whitehead, who is known as the Bling Bishop, is the bishop that we talked about last year, who got held up at gunpoint at his church, and they took all his jewelry and a bunch of money, I guess. And he became known because he used to drive around Brooklyn in the poorest neighborhoods of Brooklyn in his, souped up expensive cars and all his jewelry and his designer clothing, bragging about being a pastor and all the things that he has going on in his life. Surprising no one, all that boasting he was doing ended him up in the vision of the scope of the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. And he was taken to court for defrauding a parishioner and attempting to extort a businessman, leveraging purported connections with Mayor Eric Adams, which of course Eric Adams would know this fool. So he was convicted on charges including wire fraud and are we surprised? Including wire fraud and attempted extortion. He exploited his victims through deceit and intimidation. He convinced the parishioner to invest $90,000 of her investment retirement savings, which he then misused and then attempted to extort $500,000 from an auto body shop owner with promises of access to Eric Adams. And they played some of the tape in the court of the conversation with the auto shop body owner or whatever, or voicemails that this man left. And he was just because I could just pull up to Eric right now, and he gonna see me because that's just how we. And the only reason Eric Adams didn't get caught up in this is apparently Eric Adams had him on Do Not Disturb because there were plenty of unresponded to text messages and things of that nature. I'm not too upset about the fraud, the extortion, because he didn't get the money. But this $90,000 that he took from a poor old black woman in his community, throw him under the jail. Throw him under the jail.
What immediately told me that he was, not just the crazy display of extravagance, not just that, but the church that is supposed to be the representation of the parishioners and God and all this display of wealth and all of that stuff. They say that the church itself looked like the entrance of a bodega or something like that. It wasn't nothing fancy. And then he would pull up in his Rolls Royce and all of that, rocking Fendi and Gucci and Prada and all of these things. And so I don't know, obviously something was going on. And just like Risa Tisa, something was wrong with these damn parishioners. Cause why am I giving you my $90,000?
And you pulling up in a Rolls Royce, drop top,
listen.
Because the thing about it is, go ahead.
Even the video of when he got held up by gunpoint for all his jewelry and all of that stuff. Did you see the backdrop of that space?
Because let me tell you how I need you to get out my head. Because that's the point that I was just about to make. I was just about to make the point that video when he got robbed literally looked like they was in a back alley somewhere back in Prohibition.
And they put two banners up behind him and called it a day. And the banners wasn't even designed nicely. They could have called me. I would have took some of that Eric. I said, no, maybe I shouldn't have taken any of that money. So it was good they
please
call me.
Leave.
Yeah, word.
Please leave Eric Adams out of this.
I'm gonna leave. That's alleged. That's alleged.
We are ready.
By the way.
I mean, that man had that man's direct phone number. Now, this may be the one time, but Eric probably was talking to him from a burner phone that they have not found yet. But that man and Eric know each other. They know each other.
He said Eric was his mentor. You know,
his mentor, and he meant that. Just Eric. This is the one time Eric was smart enough to not, talk to him from his main line. That's.
Yo, but, I saw an interview of, I don't know, maybe this was back in the day, but I didn't see it at the time. But like somebody was interviewing him and asking him where his money came from and all of that. He could not. He was like, yeah, I'm in real estate and I'm a businessman and all that. And they was just asking for receipts. What's the businesses? What type of real estate investments? Where can we find it? What's the business under? Like all of that stuff. The man could not answer. He was like, you out here, these people trying to come for me. I can't, it's not in my name. It's not in my name. And, I can't tell you the name of the businesses and stuff because they out for me. What kind of businessman is this? I don't understand.
I don't understand. It was just first of all, I told y'all from the drop when he got robbed that was gonna be his downfall because the math was a math thing.
Not at all.
I'm not one to talk about people's pastors and things like that because I'm not gonna hold you. I go to TD Jakes church every Sunday. I listen to a good old sermon if it's TD Jakes, and he's not been in the headlines recently.
My wife and her bestie going to see his daughter, so they got something else going on over there, but that's a different story. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I love me some Bishop Jakes. I don't care if y'all hit me up with the "Have you been swallowed?" I don't care about none of that.
Ever been swallowed?
I don't care about none of that.
I was supposed to make a video about this for so long. I just can't bring myself. Swallowed. Okay.
But I have to say that at least in some of these other, what do they call it? Like wealth mindset preachers, you see some of the things that they do within their communities. Right. You know what I mean? With this bishop, we didn't see nothing. Like no programming, no nothing. So again, I hope they throw him under the jail.
Yo, they said that he's facing up to 45 years in prison. 45 years, Joyhdae.
Yeah. So he served as his own witness, which saying that, basically trying to say that he should be commended versus looked at as a bad guy based on his challenging upbringing. Sir. Mm-hmm. Sir.
I would call my upbringing a little challenging as well. But yet,
never thought to extort.
I don't drive a Rolls Royce.
Listen, never thought to extort $90,000 from someone's Meemaw. That's just me.
Listen.
That's just me.
Listen.
Not gonna say more or less. That's just me. Since we're talking about frauds, we just keep the fraud ball rolling.
All right.
Jeffrey King, who y'all also know as Shaun King, has converted.
Is that his name? I did not know that.
Jeffrey is his first name.
Interesting.
Has converted to Islam on the first day of Ramadan, expressing his new faith with his wife via Instagram, guided by a Muslim scholar. What? He was doing a Palestinian, I always say this wrong, is it kafia? Okay.
Don't look here, because I'm not doing that in the holy month of Ramadan. Don't get me to do that.
A Palestinian kafia, if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize, cited the recent suffering in Gaza as a profound influence on their decision, highlighting the resilience and faith of its people amidst adversity. Their conversion is marked by the Shahada Declaration, signifies their solidarity with Palestinians and a commitment to Islamic practices, including Ramadan fasting. Now, Jeffrey used to be a Christian pastor. Of course, true to Jeffrey's, his trajectory, not long after, a GoFundMe was set up in support of Gaza from Jeffrey in his new faith, in his new Muslim faith. I need him to go under the jail with the Bling Bishop.
I definitely was seeing loads of people on the talk just going crazy about Shaun King. And I said, I'm not even going to do this. I don't have the time, but I know my trusty Joyhdae is going to let me know what's going on. I did not know he converted to Islam. That's interesting.
The wildest thing to me about Shaun King and the way that he gets away with these things is that every time there is a trending like movement, Shaun King does something in which he is somehow able to center himself and make himself some sort of martyr to that cause. So
That's
it's like,
wild.
even as a pastor, like I remember one time, like he wanted people to donate money to help him build his church and then climb some mountain. None of that happened. Then when he started to do this whole progressive activism, he wanted to bring back Frederick Douglass's The North Star, like newspaper, newsletter.
Right.
That fundraised for money off of that on GoFundMe. That never happened.
So like, I'm trying to understand. So I don't really know how GoFundMe works. When these people give the money and these things occur, or I guess they don't occur, what happens to the money? They just keep the money? The person who started the GoFundMe? How does that work?
He gets the money. Unless someone, the only way he would get only way he wouldn't get money is if someone requested a refund, or if enough people say like, oh, this is fraudulent, and like GoFundMe decides to stop it and then do a whole investigation into it. But he gets the money.
That is wild. Like, because so I definitely assume that at some point this is actually going to be investigated as well, because like if you're saying that he collects all these monies in these GoFundMe campaigns, but he doesn't actually do the things, then is that not fraud?
But people have to make it fraud. Like, see, the people who are telling people that this is fraud are not the people that are actually donating money to Shaun King. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, someone would have to actively make a case, but the people who support him are supporting
they're
him
like true
10
believers.
toes. Yeah, they're like 10 toes down on Shaun King, and they think people who are calling him a fraud, they're not true. You know, like they're just haters, basically. Listen, this is a man who, when he was undergoing like surgery or something, despite all of this, has crowdfunded for money to help with his medical needs.
Right.
But him and his wife live in a multi-million-dollar home.
What does he do outside of,
Absolutely
I
nothing.
guess,
He's
activism or whatever?
This is it. This is it.
Oh man, Joyhdae, I keep saying this every single week. Like, why do I have to have morals? Why can't I just be a scam artist? Like, why?
So now he is, we had a whole bunch of nicknames for him, right? Like Martin Luther King and Talcum Max. So now that he has converted to Muslim, they've created a new list of names for him, such as Kareem Abdul Jabbar.
Okay, go ahead.
Ali Scammy, Louis Fair Akan.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You Grift Islam.
Kareem is the one. Kareem.
Yeah,
Kareem
I just,
Abdul
and so it's stop giving this man money. Y'all got to stop giving this man money.
Talcum X and Kareem Abdul Jabbar.
Like,
you can't get any better than that.
You really can't. You really can't. And I love the fact that we are always so creative, because every time this happens, we just get more and more creative with him and the nicknames. And I'm sure, because this really just happened not that long ago, so I'm sure as people settle into him and his scam, the names will get even better. And I will, as always, provide a much needed update on his new nicknames.
You said the fundraiser is in support of Gaza?
Mm-hmm. Let me find
I really need that money to go to Gaza somehow, because this is not going to end well for him at all. At all.
So the fundraiser is provide hot meals during Ramadan in Gaza with Shaun King.
How is he going to do it? And so far,
it's raised $1.4 million.
What? Joyhdae! Joyhdae! Oh my God. This is... Let
me tell you something.
We got to find a way. We got to find a way.
Oh, I have another name now. Osama bin Laden. I'm going with that one.
Oh my God. 1.4, you said, million?
1.4 million of the actual goal for 1.8 million is the goal.
Who are they feeding and how are they getting past all of what's going on down there? Like, who is helping him with this? Like, how is this actually going to get to the people?
There's so many people who insist upon supporting him despite the obvious red flags that he has around him. Again, this is a new cause for him to become another martyr. And so he's been Christian. He's now Muslim. So the only thing left for him to do is, in a couple of years, convert from Muslim to Jewish. And there's going to be a reason. It's going to be a reason. He's gonna have us a reason, and he's going to fundraise. And the crazy thing is, he taps into like white guilt for this. And it's funny to me because he is a white man tapping into white guilt on behalf of people that he does not have anything to do with.
Oh, man. So we're not going to do that conversation again because last time we had that conversation, there was a couple people that brought to my attention some sort of black lineage in his line.
Shaun King claimed that his mama was cheating on his daddy and that his daddy is actually black. I need everybody to think for 2 seconds. If your son is Shaun King and you are a black man with all of the things that are going on in the world at the time that Shaun King was at his highest peak of everyone loving Shaun King, you mean to tell me his black daddy or his black cousins have none of these people have stepped forward and said, yes, this is my nephew. Yes, this is my cousin. Yes, his mama cheated with me back in the day and his white daddy knows. Like, let's think about this. Shaun King is the only person that says he has a black father.
Oh, man.
No one, his mama never said it. His brothers never said it. Shaun King is the only person to this day that say he got a black daddy. That's all I'm going to say. No cousins, nothing? Not one cousin?
His cousin is Nkechi Diallo. You didn't know?
Okay.
You didn't know?
I did.
That's his black cousin. That's his black cousin.
That's his night. So not only is Shaun King not a black man, he's Nigerian. Got you. Got you. He is a Nigerian American. Got you. All I needed to know. That's all I needed to be said.
See? I'm out here solving your problems. Here we go.
Thank you.
Boom.
I forgot about his cousin Nkechi. I forgot about her. I totally forgot about her. Cause Lord knows.
Speaking about OnlyFans, Karrueche got an OnlyFans for her feet.
Bitch, this is the perfect time for me to announce that I will also be launching an OnlyFans for my feet, because if that's how we get money, that's how we get money. Listen.
Oh God, what happens in the world from week to week? I just, man, oh man.
I saw that. I didn't pay attention because like it's Karrueche, but it's funny to me because obviously OnlyFans is associated with sex work, point blank, period, right? So like it doesn't matter what you do. And I know that, I guess allegedly, like there's people on OnlyFans who don't do sex work, which I think is hilarious. But I love the fact that Karrueche was just like, it's just feet pics, and if people want to pay me to see my feet, why not?
They definitely gonna pay her.
And they definitely gonna pay her. But ma'am, I just feel like that's just another way of letting us know that like you're not booked and you're not busy.
At the moment. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. I mean? But like
you think I'm playing. I'm just trying to think of a clever name for my OnlyFans feet page. It is coming. No face, no case. So when y'all be like, Joyhdae, you live in a penthouse, and I dead ass pull up with a view from a legit penthouse, and y'all be like, where you get that money? Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Just remember where you came from and that you had a partner in crime here on Virgo season. You know,
I don't know how many times
when you make it to the top. When you
I don't know how many times people be forget.
People be getting all foot drunk and shit when they get on OnlyFans.
I put this in the group chat. If I eat, my people are eating. So
that's why we love you, Joyhdae. That's why we love you. Boom.
And that's hands down, no questions asked. Like I win, my team wins. I don't care how we win. We all win it.
Listen,
so
you gotta
that's
take
all
one
I'm
for
saying.
the team. That's what you gotta do, Joyhdae. Let's go. Let's get to it.
When I drop the OnlyFans link, the OnlyFans feet link in the Virgo season description, all I'm saying is pay your girl what she's worth. I got pretty feet.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
Here we go. I'm just letting y'all know. If the celebrities are doing it out loud and proud.
New hustles in 2024. Let's go.
Inflation is inflating. So
listen.
Gotta do what I gotta do. No. In other absurd news, North West announced that she will be dropping a debut album called Elementary School Dropout.
Oh my God.
During a listening party for her father's Vultures album. I thought that album dropped. How many listening parties is this man gonna have for an album that's already dropped?
No, he's on tour, but he's doing tour in a way that he doesn't have to actually be on tour. He just goes to a venue, throws some smoke, and then plays the album, and then kind of dances. That's what happens. That's what's going on.
For this? And are people paying for this?
Oh hell yes, Joyhdae. What do you mean? What
Y'all
do you mean?
To have all y'all money
What do you mean?
Since y'all want to give Kanye West money for him to play an album that you could stream on any of the streaming services that you've already paid for, Shaun King is having a fundraiser to allegedly feed Gazans. Make sure y'all give him some money too, because Man.
I'm sure it's the same people though, so you don't got to tell them. They're already doing it. They're already doing it.
Yeah, shoot. 9,000 people donated to that fund.
I'm not
anyway.
I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. At the same time, whatever. Back to Northwest. That's wild to me. I really hope that. Did you say the name of the title? I mean, the title.
Yes,
yet?
Elementary School Dropout.
I really hope that that's just like a fun name, and she didn't actually drop out of elementary school, because this is terrible. The amount of influence them people have over there. This can't be good. This just can't be good.
I can say that she hasn't dropped out of their school that she attends yet, because Kanye always gets on his Instagram ever so often and talks about the system and how he wants Kim to pull their kids out of that school. So I do believe that Northwest still goes to the school. However, I have a question. Go. I remember there was a point in time where this man complained a lot about his ex-wife, exploiting their children.
Right.
When does that type of exploitation extend to you? Because this just seems like another form of exploitation, if you ask
People be pointing their fingers without looking at where the thumb is pointing, for sure. Like all the time.
Like,
I'm just trying to understand why this is the case. I mean, yes, these people are rich enough, so like even if she is, I mean, at this point she is in the public eye, so there are homeschooling situations for people who are like uber famous at a young age and can't actually go to real school and all of that stuff. I heard the song. The song has a little catchiness to it, even though I hated it in the beginning, but it's Miss Westy.
I feel about that song the way that you feel about Karma Chameleon.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna start singing that damn song because the way you traumatized my life, the way you be traumatizing my life with that damn ass song.
And the people who like Karma Chameleon have taste. You're not gonna find other people who have taste.
I'm not gonna find, because
talking about that Northwest song.
Did that song not go number one? I think it went number one.
I don't know. But again, these are people who are literally giving someone money to listen to an album that they can stream that they've already paid for. They don't have the best discernment, Ryan.
They gotta catch the vibes. What you mean? They gotta catch the vibes.
That ain't nothing but a good edible and a smoke machine. There goes your vibe. And it still costs less than that damn.
The real question is, who is Kanye's psychic? Because remember, back in the day when he put out Gold Digger, right? He was talking about how the woman that he was going to have kids with was she was going to have an ass like Serena, Trina, Jennifer Lopez, all that. 4 kids. He has 4 kids, and he's try to take all their bad asses out of showbiz. He hasn't quite tried to take them out of showbiz yet, but they are badasses. And so this psychic knew what the hell she was talking about. And I need to know who the hell she is, or he is, or they are.
It's Kanye.
Interesting.
In his, because what did he also say? Because when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl. And what did he do?
Of course.
As soon as he left the black girl for the Armenian, who he tried to convince us was the embodiment of, no, not the embodiment, she changed the game with her body shape as though black women had not always existed. Then left the Armenian girl for a white girl who's shaped like the Armenian girl, who he got mad at the Armenian girl for being too sexy and never having on enough clothes to only be with the white girl, in which I don't think she knows what an actual t-shirt looks like that's dry. I have never not seen this woman in something that is sheer, where her vagina is showing and her butt is showing and her titties are on display. So I don't.
Yeah, fun time.
It's him. Yeah.
Like, I just can't imagine the kids in this situation. Yeah, they're, I guess, at this point, I guess, blinded to all the trauma that's going on in their life with nothing but like extravagance and money and all of that. But like, these are going to be some traumatized, messed up ass people that we're bringing into the world for your children whenever they meet them. It's crazy.
All I'm saying is North is what, 11 now? 10, 11?
10.
In 4 years time, North is going to be the destruction of that family. And the reason I say that is, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that because North is so unhinged, and she is her father's child to the umpteenth degree, and Kim does not know how to handle her. Kim does not know how to raise a black child. And North is very much giving black Air Force sneakers in that family. She is going to have Kim in a chokehold. And so is my Sainty. I used to love, and I still do love my little Sainty, because all I see is that image of Sainty in his very bright lime green outfit, hopping out the car and looking like the Arthur meme in real life. Sainty is bad too. Okay, Sainty is, every time he see a paparazzi, he's sticking the middle finger up and asking them, "Why are you here?" The two of them together, and they don't like each other, so it's gonna be a battle of those two children. Okay,
it's crazy. You know what's gonna be crazy? As soon as this album drops, North is going to the next level of whatever she got going on right now. This cannot, like, all I'm saying is they need to hurry up and ban TikTok out of the United States, because
first of all,
the way this is about to cause the demise of not only that family but the entire country. I completely believe that, because now we're not just talking about the influence of the people that are like Kanye stan, like not anything he does is like right now. Kanye got to be what, Gen X, then you got millennials, then you got Gen Zers, now you got Gen Alpha. This is a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. I don't know why people can't see this. Like, this is crazy.
All I'm saying is, I'm ready for when Northwest officially tells Kim Kardashian that she wants to live with her dad and Bianca.
Didn't she do that already? I thought she did.
No, she just told Kim that her dad has it figured out, and Kim needs to figure her shit out.
She did.
I can't wait for the official, "I don't want to live with you." But that whole breakdown is going to cause, because then we're going to have this young woman living with her bipolar dad who refuses medication, just running amok, and Kim's not going to be able to do a thing about it. Okay.
Yeah, I have a 10-year-old. I remember when we were pregnant with her. Well, not we. When my wife was pregnant with her, Kim was also pregnant with North. So they are right there, same age, right?
Right.
And the things that are going on with my daughter now, especially as she's getting ready to go to middle school, and the things that the people are preparing them for, like now, and the questions that she's asking, and all the things that come with, you know, pre-adolescence, adolescence, preteen, teen, all of that. That's a lot for me, a regular person. What's going to happen with this girl that has no boundaries? I feel sorry for them.
Oh, yeah, the downfall. It's going to be, it's going to be something. It's going to be something. And if Kim, Chloe, whomever does not rein that in before she hits like real preteen, it's a wrap. It's going to be a wrap because and that's the problem is, no, I don't, from what I can tell, Chloe seems to be the most level-headed parent out of all of them.
Yes.
And if it were my decision, I would take all of their kids and just hand them to Chloe and say, let her raise them until they are at least 18 years old. Because y'all don't know what y'all are doing. None of y'all.
It will never happen.
It will never happen, but
I just want we can't turn back the hands of time, but there's just so much we know about these people. I just wish we didn't know anything about these people. Like,
I know.
It's like, I don't know, like right now I'm getting a moment. I'm like, why are we having a conversation about Northwest in general? Because, that's a kid.
She's a child. But I just felt like, listen.
It's too much.
When Blue Ivy does her thing, the Ivy League, we stand. You know what I mean? Yes. We always pick her up. Northwest album is definitely not going to be my ministry. I don't listen to
but it's going to be so many
little
people's
kids,
ministry.
but it's going to be so many people's ministry. And I do think it's weird the amount of people that are obsessed with and are following this little girl. I do think that is highly weird. The reason I brought this up, go ahead.
I saw a video of the listening party. The song came on. I think there was a glitch with the audio. The audio went out. And the way that the arena turned up, word for word, bar for bar, every like full-blown cult status of Northwest. This is going to be a problem.
No, it's crazy because to that point, I'm always on the socials. You know how many videos I've seen where they've said, since Kim has launched North as like the anti-Kim, when is she going to launch Chicago as these are children. They're not launching. Why are we talking about launching children?
And did Kim launch Northwest or did Kanye allow her to be something that, people would normally rein in?
I'm not even going to hold you because Kim does not know what she's doing. Northwest launched herself. Okay.
Well, there that goes. Yes.
North wanted to be on social, and instead of Kim putting real parameters on North being on social media, especially as famous as that family is, her compromise was we'll put together a TikTok page with the two of us, and North runs that page. You know what I mean?
Clearly, yes.
And the amount of likes, saves that they've taken the comments off, thankfully, but the amount of likes and saves that little girl gets on her social media is absolutely ridiculous.
Meanwhile, I'm stressing out about having to get my daughter a phone before she starts middle school in the fall. We're in two different places, yet they came out around the same time. Like, I don't know.
See, you're also in two different parenting places because while you want to be your children's friend, you don't want to be just your children's friend. You know what I mean? Like, you actually want to be.
Don't want to be their friends.
But you know what I mean? Like, but you want your children to like you in some sort of way. When I say friend,
some sort of way, yeah.
Kim wants her children to think of her as a cool mom. Do you know what I mean? Crazy. She doesn't want to be a mother. She wants to be a cool mom. So there's no boundaries with them. Whereas you have boundaries with your children. So it has nothing to do with y'all being around the same. You just have what I like to call common sense. You are a good person. You know what you want for your children.
Aw, thanks, Joyhdae. Shucks.
I hate you. I promise you I hate you. Since we're talking about parents.
Yeah.
The funniest trend has been going on right now. All thanks to... I promised you that I was going to call him by his real name now, by DDG and Baby Halo. And it has been some of the cutest, funniest things I have ever seen in my life.
I haven't seen it. What's going on?
Recently been posting pictures of him holding Halo, face blurred out, of course, in ways that like people are just like, this is such a dad hold. So it's basically prompted a dad holding baby challenge where all these particularly Black fathers are holding their children in very precarious ways. But it's also so heartwarming because these children, you can tell, are very used to the way that their fathers are holding them because they are unbothered. And I'm talking about babies. Like, I'm not talking about toddlers. I'm talking about babies. Like, balancing babies in the palm of their hand, holding them up like by the Well,
yeah,
mothers.
dads do that. Yeah. The thing is, dads have way more strength than the mothers. And so we can do a lot of things that moms can't do. So
Yes.
kids are pretty comfortable with the dad strength, for sure.
Understood. But also, babies are not the most, reliable. Sometimes a jerk happens.
They really
you know what
not.
I mean? And y'all holding them. So it's just funny to see some of the ways, like one father was holding his infant up with his teeth, like by the onesie.
Oh, nah, these people crazy.
But the way the baby was looking at the camera, the baby's used to this. Like, that's what I'm gonna say. These children are used to the shenanigans of their fathers.
Yeah.
But it was just great to see Black fathers in a way that one wasn't so anti-parental. Like it's always like, oh, where are the fathers at? Or something. Why you got your baby all around this mess? But to see like, and I mean, we all know that Black fathers are the most present in families, but young Black fathers in particular always get a bad rep. And so it was fun for me to see this side of a lot of Black fathers where it's just like, and some are obviously photoshopped, you know what I mean? But it was just funny the way that they were doing it.
Yeah, I'm going to need people to really, not let this thing go too viral, because the more viral this goes, the more unhinged this is going to be, and the more danger these children are going to be in. So let's just, we had our kicks, we had our laughs, woohoo, and just let's let this go.
I think they've probably moved on by now.
Good,
but it was
good.
The thing about it that made it a challenge was because, like, he said y'all got 24 hours to respond, and then everybody kept adding more hours to it as they took photos with their kids. So like, now you got 48 hours. So I'm pretty sure they've maxed out on the amount of hours they have to respond. Keeping in the line with DDG, somebody on Elon Musk's app decided to compare Halle Bailey to E.T. A racist white man. I'm going to call it what it is. It was a racist white man from Australia who for some reason is enmeshed in U.S. politics. To which people responded like, sir, like, let's not do this. So apparently he had posted a picture with himself and his mom, who was not an attractive looking woman. I'm going to say that.
Oh, man.
In which he responded that his mom, the reason she looked like that is because she had some sort of cancer and like she was now dead.
Oof.
Now, I need people to realize that just because you're on the internet does not mean that people are not going to respond to you like Michelle Obama wants us to. Okay? Because when you go low, some people are going to take it to hell. And DDG,
I age a day.
Not me too, but DDG took it straight to Satan, okay? Because that man found out that man said something about his girl and told that man that he was smoking on his mama's ashes. Then posted a picture of himself with a blunt and saying this shit is good as hell. Instagram, what's Elon's app called? Elon's app removed DDG's thing but kept that man's racist post up.
Of course. What are we talking about?
But I just need y'all to know that just because you are on the internet does not mean that you will not get touched in real life. And I need y'all to some people are not to be played with.
People believe that they can hide for sure behind their Twitter fingers. Like I keep saying this all the time. Like, as crazy as you think you are, there's always someone that's crazier. There's always. So you gotta be mindful. You gotta be mindful with just what you decide you want to put out there and be ready for the smoke.
And like, y'all think that y'all can't be found. The amount of times I have seen somebody think that they were anonymous on some of these social media apps because of whatever, just for somebody to do what they do and be like, is this you? With your whole information ready for you. And not even putting that, like, when I say, and I don't even mean docs to the point where they're putting like their home address out, but at least saying like, oh, this is your picture, this is your real name, and this is what you go as on all these other social media sites because you thought you was being slick, but now when I come see you, don't say nothing. Y'all gotta be easy.
It's wild.
Y'all gotta be easy. And y'all gotta stop thinking that, because he was saying, the guy was saying like how we were racist or something like that. Stop. When Black people say something to y'all doesn't always necessarily mean that like we're gonna respond. Like, stop thinking that we're not gonna respond to the dumb shit that y'all say. Point blank, period.
Also, everything is not for y'all or your opinion. It's like, can we have our places and our things? This is
I've stopped interacting with things for that exact reason. Because if I give energy to everybody that says something stupid, I would be tired.
You'd have
all
no
day.
time. You would have no time for
I'm
anything.
already exhausted. You know what I mean? But like, even today, my friend on TikTok posted something. Someone said like, tell me what it means to have a black woman love you. And my friend, who's black, was talking about like the love of his mother and the love of his wife who's black. And then somebody in the comments was like, well, couldn't this be all women? Like, isn't this universal? Like, genuine question. To which I did respond to this person very calmly. And I said, but the question was about black women. And this is a black man answering about the black women in his life, not all women. Like, it's not, to which the person said, fair. Stop looking for, whenever someone says something is for black people, stop looking for the all people thing. That's not what we're talking about in this moment. But they said black. They didn't say all women. And then he said, well, the black women in my life, they said black specifically. Okay? Stop doing that.
I think this is one of the main things I hate about social media, which is why you have to force me to put out content, because it's just like,
and the content be hitting.
I don't want to argue with you about nonsense. Like,
I stopped arguing.
I'm already tired. You see, I can't even talk about it. That's how tired I am. But like, it's too much. Also, everything is about a controversy, so they're gonna like nitpick everything down to the letter, and so.
That's why I say, like, I stopped arguing and I stopped responding to people because I'm already exhausted. And I just started taking I had to increase my vitamin D levels and my iron levels, and I'm trying to keep that shit up. Y'all not about to drain me even further. But
you can just go outside, though.
I do go outside, Ryan. Shut up. But I say that to say, y'all got to stop looking for controversy in things, because if white women are talking about white women experiences, I don't say, what about black women? It's not about me. Just common sense. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Did you know that New York was called Port-au-Prince as well? I know you're Haitian adjacent. Have you ever heard that?
My wife. I heard, so right before I came to do this conversation with you, the wife had to tell me about your fancy mayor.
He's your mayor. He's not mine. He's your mayor.
You talk about him way more than I do. So
because
at this point, he belongs to you. He
pisses me off to the umpteenth degree. I just want to say real quick, Eric, ain't nobody in the 30-something years that I have lived in New York, I have never, and this is no shade to like Haiti, because Haiti deserves better, heard anybody call New York City Port-au-Prince. Never in my life have I heard that. Never. So stop lying.
There's a little Haiti.
Yes, I know. We know
that's in Flatbush, but nobody's ever called New York as a whole Port-au-Prince. Like,
why he get on TV and lie? Like, why he just lie? Like, why are you just lying?
To attach himself to a humanitarian crisis going on in Haiti right now, which is not getting enough.
We're gonna talk about it though.
Coverage, but go ahead.
Eric was my lead into this, because Haiti got more issues going on than you trying to come in and co-opt what's going on in Haiti for political points, sir.
The countdown has begun. Like, he ain't gonna be mayor for that much longer. You know what I mean?
Get him out of it. And unfortunately, it's probably gonna be a Republican, because people are now sick of Democrats because of how awful Eric Adams was. But like I said, did nobody listen to Joyhdae when I told y'all to vote for Maya? She was a bad bitch. I would have had none of these issues. But y'all sat there, parents sat there and voted for Eric. I don't let my mother live it down. I'm not going to hold you. Every time, I'd be like, but who did I tell you to vote for? Who did you vote for? Okay. Because y'all don't listen to Joyhdae. The Virgo in your life, you don't listen to. But speaking of, so Haiti is going through it right now. And recently, if not earlier today or yesterday, the interim president, Ariel Henry, has stepped down resigned because Jimmy, I don't want to say, I can't, my French, this is why I stopped.
It goes by barbecue. You could just say barbecue.
I was going to say Jimmy, also known as Barbecue, a notorious gang leader and the head of the G9 Family and Allies, which is basically a federation of all the Haitian gangs that this man was somehow able to pull together in this political turmoil, has basically taken over and has been running the streets all in hopes of getting this interim president to step down. So there's been a whole bunch of violent activities, human rights violations, massacres, and attacks against civilians in Port-au-Prince neighborhoods. He's also been linked to the PHTK party and has challenged the Haitian state, demanding the resignation of President Henry. He has been all of his criminal activities have basically been concentrated in neighborhoods around Haiti's capital, with G9 gangs focused on extortion, kidnappings, and controlling public services. In response to his actions, he is facing sanctions from both the United States Department of Treasury and the United Nations Security Council, which imposed a travel ban, acid freeze, and arms embargo on him. Leave that man alone.
Yeah, they don't. I don't know if they want the smoke. I don't really. I'm not well enough versed in what's actually going on in Haiti to like have like a big enough opinion. But like, all I know is that this man, I heard he released all the prisoners from 2 prisons, which equaled around 4,000 criminals. There's 9,000 law enforcement officers in Haiti in total. Haiti's not equipped for any of what's going on. The prime minister before, the one that just resigned, was assassinated. Mm-hmm. This is a hostile takeover of the capital of Haiti. Mm-hmm. This man, I think, used to be a law enforcement officer and in the army.
Yes.
He know what he's doing. Yeah. He's well organized.
Yeah.
A lot of the people there are, like, as far as I can tell, on his side because they didn't like how the country was being run by the prime minister that just resigned. And so there's a huge crisis going on there where CARICOM had to come into the mix, including Antony Blinken and like all these people trying to set up some sort of council to hire the next whoever is going to lead Haiti. I don't know if that's going to work.
It's not.
The president of Guyana, which is where my family's from, is the lead of CARICOM and like trying to figure out this whole council. A lot is going on in the Caribbean right now.
A lot.
I don't think I'll ever get to travel to Haiti. I told my wife since we got together, I got to see your place of origin. Right. We've been together for so long. At this point, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I mean, it's crazy.
Crazy because Haiti has always been on like one of my wish list places to visit. Just because Haiti? I've seen so many beautiful, like prior to all of this craziness, I had seen some like beautiful images of like beautiful beaches, like, right. I'm ready. Right. But Ariel Henry messed himself up because you kept promising these people an election and then you kept putting it off. And then the last time you told these people you wasn't going to do it until August, I don't know if it was 2024 or August 2025. Sir, you was playing in these people's faces. They are tired. I am tired, and I'm not even Haitian. I know that the other thing that I wanted to mention is please be careful where you get your news sources from, because I have seen something about cannibal gangs in Haiti that were tied to barbecue because his nickname is Barbecue. And that literally came from an alt-right wing man who's based out of like Thailand, who this is all he does is whenever he sees black people, he always attributes some sort of savagery to them. Yeah. There's been no evidence of any sort of cannibalism. There was a video that was going around of people eating like burnt flesh of someone. One, there's no evidence that that video took place in Haiti. 2, allegedly that video is like 2 years old. 3, okay, like what are we doing? What are we doing?
I just feel like a lot of this stuff is pure garbage. People don't have respect for Haiti. I definitely feel like I too, as a young person, was caught up in a lot of that because that's just the propaganda that was, served to us. But as I've done my own research and like have gotten older and smarter, we owe, as Black people, everything to Haiti. Listen. And like the only reason, like a lot of the reason why we're free in the first place is because of Haiti, and Haiti was the first people to get their freedom, but yet now they owe all this money to so many different places, and this is why they can't thrive and prosper at the moment. Like people need to come together and like help Haiti, because this is not gonna end well. This is gonna get worse. I'm just gonna say.
Don't
they
France
still
owe Haiti
France
money? Oh, Haiti owes France, or does France owe Haiti? Because at this point, I feel like everybody should honestly just be like, since y'all like to forgive debt for y'all wealthy millionaire, billionaire people, whatever debt Haiti got, y'all need to just let that go.
Right.
And let's start rebuilding. And when I say y'all, let's start rebuilding, I don't mean y'all, because y'all already fucked this up. I don't mean y'all. I mean like the people of Haiti rebuild Haiti with like the genuine people who have Haiti's best interest at heart. Right. Because y'all don't have Haiti's interest at heart whatsoever. And it's sad to see, because it's like
very sad.
Y'all are really, we see it time and time again, but like boomers really fucked this up. Like they really messed this up.
Don't get me started. We've been talking for a long time, so
we have.
we can't go in that direction. But like, I mean, let's everybody pray for Haiti and let's figure something out, because a lot is going on there. And I need y'all to give this the same energy y'all give in Ukraine, the same energy that y'all give in Gaza and Israel.
Congo,
I need all the same energy for Haiti.
All of that.
Right?
I agree. Before we wrap up, very quickly. Now, Don Lemon, I know you got your little $25 million, $26 million bag from CNN. I don't know what possessed you to think that you was going to get a show on X with Elon Musk. What made you think that man who has with every fiber of his being let us know that he does not like black people? What made you think that he was going to genuinely give you a show to host on that faltering, ridiculous platform that is full of racists? Huh? And what made you think that you letting him know that you know that he's racist to his face was going to propel that even further?
Listen, I don't know what you're thinking, but Don Lemon is a social media bad bitch. You didn't know? You didn't know? He knows what he's doing. He know what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
I know he's a bad bitch.
Regardless of what he got going on, his money is not faltering at this point. He knew this was going to bring energy, regardless of if he canceled it or not. He sat down with his first interview with Elon, knowing what kind of turmoil this was going to bring and what kind of energy and attention this was going to bring. And his show is going to be crazy on YouTube. People are going to watch this thing, and he's going to make more money than anything. And so the man is having a great time. The man is having a great time. He know what he's doing.
Can I just say, before we wrap up, the pivot of Don Lemon is one that should be studied, because before Don Lemon was the bad bitch that he is now, Don Lemon was a pull yourself up by your bootstrap.
By your bootstraps.
Man, okay? I don't like the way that the black people. Don Lemon's
used to be a Republican too. Yeah, let's
Don Lemon's pivot is one that needs to be studied, okay? Because the way that man flip-flopped back to the right side, because I used to not stand Don Lemon, because I'd be like, why is this man always berating us? Like, I don't need you to berate me, sir.
Exactly.
And because, there's levity to it, right?
Yeah.
That pivot that Don made, and I think it's all thanks to Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump got Don upset. And ever since Donald Trump, but that pivot needs to be studied. Because is it him and Andy Cohen getting drunk on New Year's on CNN? Listen.
Yo. Between him, Andy Cohen, Anderson Cooper, all of them, like, they need to become the news Avengers. That's what needs to happen.
Because
they know what they're doing.
When CNN told Don Lemon, it's okay to step out the closet and be who you are, that man did not look back.
Here I come.
He came stomping out that closet, proud as can be.
Good for him.
Drunk as can be, and I loved him for it. But I don't know what made him think that he was going to have anything successful on X. X has not launched anything successful to date.
I think he knew all of this was going to happen. And worst case scenario, he was just going to steal all the money that Elon was going to give him. But I feel like he already knew that what's about to happen. I think the show starts the same day that this episode comes out, right? I think.
Ain't no show.
No, it's a show. It's going to happen, and it's happening on YouTube.
Oh,
and
on YouTube. I thought you meant.
And he's still going to put it on X. He's still going to put it on X.
Good,
X is not going to pay him for it. But like, this thing is happening. I'm just letting you know now.
He's going to make his money. Last thing, because I know you got some jokes. DJ Envy got to stop
like
trying to go.
Last thing, but
DJ Envy got to stop trying to go toe to toe with people, because I know he's a Virgo, but he's not one of the smart Virgos, and I need him to realize that you know, it's different when you go against like somebody like Jess Hilarious, because again, intellectually yoked. Donnell Rawlings is not somebody that you want to try to go up against.
Donnell is having a moment.
He's having a moment because he was on the Breakfast Club talking, and DJ Envy kept cutting him off. And Donnell was like, "Do you want to be a comedian? Because if you do, you can start like everybody else start." And then, you know, everybody was like, "No, sir, no, sir." And then Donnell was like, "Because don't nobody interrupt when you be announcing your car shows or when you out here fake flipping houses and shit." Like, Donnell was reading him for filth. Okay? Stop it, DJ Envy. You were not the one. None of y'all are the one.
See this. You see another thing you didn't send me, Joyhdae. Damn it.
Because I like your genuine reactions. Now I'm done. Now
I gotta see that. I gotta see that now. Anyway,
I'll send it to you offline.
What does Jay-Z say when you ask him for directions?
Oh God, what does he say?
Over there.
Ryan, over there. Yo, shut up, Ryan. I literally over there. Yo, why are you so just?
All right. I know you had a moment last time I had one that was similar to this, but here we go.
Oh God.
What do you call the milkman that cross dresses?
What, Ryan?
The Dairy Queen. You said you had a joke. Give me the joke so that I can continue with the rest of mine.
I actually have two because I just remembered the second one.
Okay, go ahead.
But I'm gonna give you the first one. This was both of them were submitted. Okay. I've started writing numbers using noodles.
Okay.
They're called ramen numerals.
Man. What was that one?
Listen.
Who gave you that? One?
That was actually Natalie.
Okay, Natalie.
A Chinese kid was born before his due date.
Okay.
His parents named him Suddenly.
I knew it had a Lee in there. There's always these jokes, but I try to keep them on I keep them on a minimum because like we can't keep coming for the Chinese people. All right.
That, let me tell you, when I saw that one had me in stitches.
Do you know why whales don't need to have sex?
Oh God, why?
Because they can blow their own backs out.
I did not need that image. I truly did not need that image. Like, I truly did not need that image.
All right. VirgoSeasonShow@gmail.com is the email address. Send us emails. Let us know what you like about the show, what you don't like. Send us jokes, whatever. Tell us hi, something. I just want y'all to, subscribe and give us 5-star ratings on all the listening platforms. All right, cool.
You can also find us on social media at Virgo Season Show. That's on TikTok, that's on Instagram, and that's on YouTube. If you have not made it to the end of the episode, then you're probably going to miss this announcement. We will not be here next week.
We will not.
So, run this episode back. Matter of fact, run some of the other episodes back. If you see a not stellar number count, like view count, go run that episode back a few times for us. Yeah. And then go leave a rating on Apple. What
do you call a one-night stand in the winter?
Oh, God. What, Ryan?
Ooh, burr. There's levels to that joke. Yo, like, I could not stop laughing.
Yo.
Could not stop laughing.
That's a good one. Yo, I hate you. I hate you.
All right. Virgo season!